Costco can't even sell Bud Light at half price.
Guys, this is so funny and bizarre. Look at that. That is the Bud Light. That is every single Bud Light stand here at Fenway Park in Boston. Right? We're at the Red Sox game. That's what the Bud Light stands for. Holy crap. You're in trouble.
And let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone it's the time of the
to the fact.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Let's get right into today's topic. Now we're gonna be talking about the Bud Light situation and Dylan Mulvaney. And I haven't done a video on this topic yet because I kind of wanted to let the dust settle and see what the consequences of Bud Light's actions would result into. So I got two news clips that we're going to be looking at. The first one is going over the numbers of Bud Light and what has happened with their business. And then the second news clip that we're going to be looking at is the backlash they're getting from the people they were trying to appease in the first place. So, you know, in the first clips that we just watched, you could tell that they're being canceled by conservatives, by people on the right. You know, you can see that there's not even any Bud Light being sold at sporting events. And if you know anything about alcohol and sporting events, they're almost synonymous. If you can't sell alcohol to sporting venues who buy these products at wholesale, you're practically going to be going out of business because the mom and pops, the gas stations, the restaurants are not really going to keep you in business long enough to sustain what you've built. So we're going to look at the downfall as far as the numbers go in the first news clip. And then also we're going to look at the second news clip where basically they're getting backlash from the gay community, the LGBTQ community, and Bud Light is no longer being sold at certain bars, gay bars, and they're being canceled by the people they're trying to appease as well. So let's get into it.
Uncensored, the numbers are in, and it appears a conservative-fueled boycott of Budweiser is actually taking a toll. Recent numbers show sales for the beer drop by 17% in parts of April. That's likely as a result of a March Madness promotion with a trans influencer named Dylan Mulvaney. Now, we spoke with the owner of Kobo's in Edo, and he says moving Budweiser has been very tough since the boycott began.
Personally, it doesn't matter to me what your beliefs are. Business-wise, it's affecting us a lot. We pretty much can't even give it away.
So you have cases sitting there.
We've had cases since it came out. We've had about 14 cases that have not moved.
And are people saying anything about the issue?
Yes and no. You know what I mean? With the volume that we get here, people don't want to necessarily speak openly about it, but we all know what it is because we never had that issue before. And we have had a couple people that we said, look, it's on sale, we'll do it. No, I'd rather have something else. And so it's kind of, proof is in the pudding on what's going on right now.
Wow. Now, Raul says he's hoping to get back to business where Budweiser is being sold and not sitting just against his wall.
Now, the crazy thing about the beer industry and what most people don't understand is that it's a very, very competitive industry and it's easily replaceable by a different product. Beer, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I've had various different types of beers, but I usually can't taste the difference. I mean, I know there's a difference, but the difference is just not so extreme for you to be like, oh, that's Bud Light, oh, that's Coors, or that's Corona. Not for me at least, unless you drink beer every day, then you'd probably be able to tell. But the reason I'm saying that is it's all about brand awareness and brand popularity when it comes to products like beer. So if you tarnish your brand, if I was a Bud Light drinker, it's easy for me to go get another beer because like I said, most of them pretty much taste the same to me. It's really about whose brand that you like to support the most. And then now let's get into the news clip where Budweiser and Bud Light are being removed from gay bars in Chicago. And I thought this was very, very interesting because these were the same group of people that Bud Light was trying to appease in the first place. Let's get into it.
Why at least 5 prominent gay bars in Chicago say you won't be able to buy Anheuser-Busch products at their businesses. This is your morning rundown. I'm Kai Martin. Today is Friday. It's May 5th, 2023, and here's what's happening right now. Several gay bars in Chicago announced they will stop selling Anheuser-Busch products. This is in response to how the company is handling backlash from a Bud Light campaign with a transgender influencer. Some conservatives began boycotting the brand a month ago when Dylan Mulvaney created a sponsored post promoting Bud Light. The company released a statement that made no direct mention of the LGBTQ community, and the marketing executives behind the campaign with Mulvaney were put on leave. Then yesterday, the Belgian-American conglomerate's CEO minimized the company's involvement in the sponsored post with the influencer, saying, quote, "It wasn't a campaign." In response to that, some of Chicago's largest gay bars now say they will no longer sell Anheuser-Busch products.
Hilarious.
Both Sidetrack in North Halsted, as well as Two Bears Hospitality Group, which operates several establishments in Uptown, say they will stop selling any beer made by the company.
There you have it. That was really all the news clip that they, that was all they said on the news clip. But yeah, there you have it there. I thought this was hilarious. And they deserve this. They 100% deserve this. Because when you're a company and you decide to jump into politics, then you should already know the repercussions of that. Not everybody agrees with everybody's politics. And if you have a conservative base, and conservatism is based on morals and morality, and most conservatives are highly, highly religious people, and you put something like this in front of them, what did you expect to happen? What did you expect to happen? And people were saying in the beginning when this happened that, Bud Light know what they're doing, their marketing team did their research. Well, clearly not. Clearly not. Because they would not be in the situation that they're in if they knew what they were doing. And it's funny that they're even now getting backlash from the woke community that they tried to appease to, because the woke community wanted them to double down on their messaging. When Bud Light came out and said, oh, you know what, this wasn't a campaign, the woke community lost their freaking minds. They're like, well, now you're not backing us. Now you're really being fake. And then also on the other side, they haven't apologized to their customer base and the conservatives and on the right. So they're losing both. They're losing both sides of the aisle. And this is beautiful and glorious to see, because I hope companies take heed to what happens when you jump into politics as a corporation. We understand that you have individual political views. Just keep that as an individual, especially if you're part of, if you're a CEO or COO, whatever of a company. You should not try to align political messaging into your corporation. You should be as neutral as possible. So, but there you have it. I thought this was glorious. This is really why I waited to make this video about Bud Light, because I knew there was going to be a lot more repercussions coming down the line. And I think we're finally here because they've completely lost. They lost to both the people on the left and people on the right. And this is very, very deserving. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button down below. And if this is your first time on the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button for more content. See you on the next video. Peace.